You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
This is a real interesting one, and it's the story of Jess Hoyle. She's 24 years of age from down in Launceston in Tasmania, and she had a Hens night in 2020. Now, this has all just gone to court. So they're recalling what happened at the Hens night 2020, and they're great nights. Penis straws. You're having a funny time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pin the doodle on the stripper.
Well, that's all this kind of stuff. Hold her hair back.
What?
She's about to vomit. All this kind of stuff, and it's a great. You catch up with some really good old friends, and you say, "This is your last night of freedom. It's not the beginning; it's the end."
What?
All those jokes.
So you were there to speak on the night, were you?
Yeah. It's really funny.
Okay.
Then they started a game of Never Have I Ever. Dangerous game. I've never rated it. I think it's stupid. I think a lot of people lie in it.
Someone ends up crying because they then confess to something and everyone judges them for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it with couples, it's stupid.
A dangerous place to play.
It's really
Did you have a game in here, did you?
No, well, I always think as well that people try to be cool and act cool around others.
Yep.
So they'll just put their hand up and go, yeah, I did. I did lose the broomstick and I don't know where it went.
Oh, I slipped in the
You know
bathroom.
what I mean? So that's great. So Jess was in there, and Sarah, she's in a gay relationship, but she just split up with that person. So they're playing Never Have I Ever, and all the women are putting their hands up and going, okay, have you ever done this with a man? And then girls would put their hand up, and then you'd have to scull your drink.
Okay, a bit more detail, please.
Then one of the women said, has anyone ever made love with their toothbrush? And a couple of girls put their hand up. A few
Oh,
giggles.
it's not good for plaque.
Few giggles, and then you got to neck your Bacardi Breezer.
Probably not that end of the
Funny.
toothbrush.
Then Jess Hoyle, she was next, okay?
What was her toothbrush?
She had to come up with something. So
Oh, right.
She didn't make love to her toothbrush, so she had to come up with She said to herself, well, what am I going to do? Because I'm gay and I haven't been in that many relationships, I didn't know what to say. So she thought to herself, I'll make something up. And these are her exact words. So I said, I don't have a man, but I have a cat and I play with his balls.
Jeez, you really did quote that verbatim.
Never have I ever.
So now, that's where it went a little bit weird.
A little bit.
The funnier part about it is that Bruce, her cat, and there's Bruce there, lovely cat.
Oh,
he's a bit old.
He looks happy, though.
But Bruce doesn't even have any agates, Sarah, because he's had an operation. He's been desexed when he was younger.
He's plumless.
So she's done that just to get in with the cool group, and unfortunately it hasn't gone down too well because after they were hungover the next day. After that, someone's reported her at the party to the police.
Beastiality.
Yeah, and bestiality and for just abusing her cat.
Oh, my God.
What's a cat?
Well, what's new is this hand down around my crotch.
I don't think I've ever seen a cat with balls.
I didn't think... Maybe they're internal balls. Not like
Yeah.
a dog. It doesn't have a ball bag.
Didn't the cops figure out pretty quickly how
Hanging down.
misled this idea was?
I mean, if you needed to speak to the police and say, well, you try and find the agates on my cat because they've been removed, and then we'll get back to how serious this charge is.
So now Jess is suing the person that went to the police about it and said, look, I just made it up. It was a game of Never Have I Ever. It was, you know what, everyone was having a good time. I was just trying to be cool and to fit in with everybody else's story. That's Jess there.
Oh, Jess, you've
The
had a stinker.
hardest part is if it goes sour for Jess and she ends up in the slammer. What are you in for? Well, there was a game of Never Have I Ever. And anyway,
Which
my
would
cat's
be
balls got involved, and the next thing you know, I'm out of
You
here.
wouldn't want to play Never Have I Ever in prison, would you?
No. What's new? This hand around my crotch.
That's why it is such a dangerous game, especially when you're young, because you're trying to fit in. It was like spin the bottle. Never rated spin the bottle, and you sit there and they're so nervous, going, it's going to spin onto me at some
But
stage.
that was because you had cold sores, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why you were nervous? Yeah.
Just
and
to
that's why
confirm.
Kristen Murray dropped me at the camp.
That's not fair.
At the Meadows camp. The ski, it was the water ski camp, and I was so excited, Sarah.
Yeah, I know.
And I had this huge cold sore, and I got Jodie Gurr came up to me and said, it's over.
Yeah, you got herpes.
Kristen doesn't want to go out with you anymore. It's the thing on your lip.
Just back.
Serious? Look at me. I'm a great guy.
I don't touch cat's balls.
Back onto the cat. It wasn't Mr. Mistopheles, was
Don't
it?
back onto the cat.
It wasn't Rum Tum Tugger.
Was it? It was James Corden.
Wasn't Rum Tum Tugger, was it? Yeah, what's new? It's Rum Tum Tugger's arrived for a game of Never Have I Ever.
Third time you've said it.
Because I got it right.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.